Hey everybody, in this video, we're going to talk about what is the 369 method according to the law of attraction and how to use it and why does it really work. Okay, so before we get started here, comment below and let me know if you've heard of the 369 method, if you've used it and what type of results you got from it. No matter if it's good or bad, I don't care. So just comment below, let me know, and let's get rocking and rolling. Now the 369 method it's a very simple method. That's kind of what I do like about it. It's very simple. It's very simple and easy. I mean, some exercises in law of attraction takes a lot of work to kind of get into routine of it. Or you have to set aside, 20 minutes of time or 30 minutes of your time to do it every single day. So the 369 method is super simple, and that's kind of what I like about it. And this is how you do it. Okay. The 369 method is you write down, okay, so you grab some paper, you grab a pen, okay, not your computer, not typing. So you grab a pen, so you're writing in your own handwriting what you want to manifest. So you set an intention, you set a goal, or just simple what you want to manifest, and you write it 369. So you write it 3 times in the morning, 6 times during the day sometime, and 9 times at night before you go to bed. That right there is a 369 method. Okay. Now, how does it work, or why does it work? Okay, I can't sit here and explain scientifically why it works. Okay, but this is what I can say is, remember, with law of attraction, there's power in our thoughts, there's power in our spoken words over our life or somebody else's, and there's great power. Okay, we forget about this. There's great power in writing things down. Okay, writing in our own handwriting on paper. There's great power in this, and this is something we've gotten away from just because of technology, just because of computers and iPads and smartphones and all that jazz. We get away from actually writing in our own handwriting. So that's the great power that comes with it. Now, why does it work? And I think the power behind it is because we're scattering it through the day. Okay, we have, what we're doing is right when we wake up. Okay, right when we wake up, remember, we're influencing our subconscious mind. So when we're still in that sleepy state and we do it kind of right when we wake up, we're still kind of influencing our subconscious mind. So what I would do is set a notebook by my bed or where I sleep. And when I wake up, I grab the notebook and I write down what I want to manifest 3 times. Then if you go to work during the day or whatever, you pick a time during the day and you write down 6 more times what you want to manifest. Then at nighttime, right before bed, you write down 9 times what you want to manifest, the same statement. So the morning and night is kind of heavily influenced by your subconscious mind, because if you write it right before bed, what happens is you tend to fall asleep in that state. You tend to fall asleep thinking about what you want to manifest. And subconsciously, even though we don't know we're thinking about it, okay, but once we go to sleep, our subconscious mind is still awake. So it's thinking about what you just did right before you went to bed. Okay, what you just thought about, what you just watched. If you watch TV or you was watching YouTube, you're watching stuff on your smartphone, you were watching reels, it remembers that stuff. Okay, and you're kind of sleeping in that state. That's why this is so powerful to do right before you go to bed. Now, with this, I didn't do exactly the 369 when I was in Thailand. I lived in Thailand for 1 year. In Thailand, I had very kind of like weird experiences when using the law of assumption, law of attraction, and doing different techniques. And the reason why I had really weird experiences is because, not super far out weird, but I was by myself. I didn't go with friends. I lived there for a year. And for the first 3 or 4 months, I didn't watch TV at all. I think the first 5 months, I didn't watch TV at all. I never had a TV on in my resort or in my room because everything was in Thai. Now they do have a couple channels that was English and it just played movies all the time, but I never had it on. So I pretty much got used to the TV never being on. So, and I did have my phone, of course. I brought a couple phones with me, but I did have my phone. I watched YouTube and I listened to stuff and stuff like that. But what happened was kind of really weird and very unique because when I went to sleep at night, I never had the TV on. I never watched TV during the day. Okay. And then when I fell asleep at night, my room had I stayed in a resort, had these really like these curtains, but basically they hide the sunlight. I don't know what they're called, like dark curtains, where it makes the room super dark. So it took me a little bit of time to adjust to it. But then I started doing law of attraction. And that's not when I started a law of attraction, but I started getting into better routines and I started coming up with a morning routine and a nightly routine. And I did something kind of on the lines of the 369 method. It wasn't the 369 method, but something along the lines of that, where more along the lines of law of assumption by Neville Goddard, where you go into your imagination in the morning and at night, then you drift off and sleep inside your imagination of what you want to manifest or the life that you want. Okay. But when I did this, I kind of had very unique experiences because this is the first time that I always lived with somebody, okay, always staying with somebody, always had a girlfriend that lived with me, stuff like that. So always having it, or we have kids and TV's always being on, you're always listening and stuff. so so that's kind of the power I experienced by really just going to sleep. The TV never being on. When I went to sleep, I'm literally just laying there in complete silence, which is sometimes weird for some people. It takes some time to get used to. Once you get used to it, you kind of like it, but in complete silence. And, I'm laying there and imagining my intention, imagining manifesting what I want in my imagination. And and what I did was a kind of a hybrid of the 369 method. I would have my morning routine, my nightly routine, but in the midday, I would either add in affirmations or I would do a 5 or 10 minute meditation. So what I did was I scattered it, just like the 369 method. The 369 method, the reason why I think it works is because it's scattering it throughout the day. So, besides just doing it morning and night, it's doing a midday where you write down what you want to manifest 6 times because it's putting you into a state of you're remembering it. Okay. The more you repeat something, okay, the more you repeat it, what happens is in the beginning, you don't really believe it. But when you do it 3 times a day, you do it day in and day out, you get in a routine of it. What happens is you tend to your core, you tend to really believe that you can have what you want. Now, once you really believe you can have what you want, once you really believe it, not just saying you believe it, once you really believe it, that's when it really comes to you. That's when it comes to you pretty quick, is when you just totally, really believe. Okay, and that's why I think it works because it's scattering it throughout the day. And I did different hybrids when I was in Thailand. I would have a little morning routine imagination. During the midday, I would have my writing assignment that I would do, almost like a gratitude pad. Then maybe a few hours later, I would do a 5 or 10 minute meditation just to kind of quiet my mind, either get quiet or I would think about what I want to manifest. Most of the time, it's quiet my mind because I tend to overthink and overanalyze. Then at night, then I would have my routine at nighttime where I kind of lay down and think and imagine my dream life or what I want to manifest. So what I did was I scattered it just like the 369. And while I was in Thailand for a year, I attracted two attentions. I set two attentions at different intervals, okay? And both came true. 100%. Both came true. Like one came true when I really started doing it. One came true within like 30 days and a month. The other one came true in about a month and a half. Okay, that's the power of setting an intention, but that's really the power of doing these exercises, actually doing them. Okay, lots of times what happens is we want to know why things aren't working. We want to know why we're not getting the results we want. Most of the time, it's because we're really not doing the exercises. We know the exercises we need to do to help us believe, okay, but we don't do them. We say we do them. We lie to other people that we're doing them, but deep down, we know we're not doing them. Deep down, we know we're not persistent and consistent at it, so we don't achieve what we want. Okay. So I'm kind of, that's happened to me. Like when I stay consistent, I get exactly what I want. Okay. When I don't, it tends to take longer to manifest to me. Okay. So that's why I want to end it. And what I want to say is this: with your attention, with what you want to manifest, I love what Neville Goddard says, is that when you set an intention, okay, when you write down what you want to manifest, it has to come to you. It has to. The only way it doesn't come to you is if you give up, if you quit. But if you persist and you consist in it, your attention, what you want to manifest, has to come to you. Period. Okay. What you want has to come to you. Other than that, my friends, comment below. Let me know your experiences, and I will see you in the next video.